Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. We have Craig, Shaka and Frank here with us. Frank, that's a logo on your top. I thought it was a stain for a moment. You see?
You would notice that, Kay.
Well, ketchup.
He'll be showing off, yeah.
Ketchup. Do the French eat ketchup, Frankie?
No, that's Skechers. That's not ketchup, that's Skechers. Whatever you want to say. You know.
Yeah. You mean Skechers?
You didn't answer my question. Do the French eat ketchup?
No.
Damn.
No, we do sometimes, but we hate it, especially Frank Lebeouf. But whatever, you know, I like French mustard, the real French mustard from Dijon.
Ketchup. Don't hate it, I just want to fight it. I'm a big. You don't get it here. HP sauce. Brown
you can
sauce,
get it here.
Fruity sauce.
There's a shop now where you can get it.
There is a shop you can get it because the alternative, it's like a wannabe over here.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
not great. We won't say its name out, but it isn't great, is it?
Anyway, I digress.
I'm upset that you didn't talk about yourself in the third person, like Frank Lebeouf just did when he said the French don't like ketchup, especially Frank Lebeouf.
He usually says World Cup winning.
Oh, you know me, Kay, you know.
We'll let you off.
I can't help it, you know. That's it.
You're allowed. You've got a World Cup. For the boys, we're a little over a quarter of the way through the Premier League season. What has been the biggest surprise to you by either player or team so far?
Biggest surprise is the way Liverpool have started up until the game against Manchester City, pretty much. Was the way they defended in Naples. And got absolutely mullered by a good Napoli side, don't get me wrong, but were completely out of the game. The way Man United took them apart on the counter-attack. So I was really surprised that the level we saw Liverpool against Man City, although it wasn't their very best, I'm surprised them not being able to attain that kind of level in the other games. I didn't see that coming, being so far behind.
I think the biggest positive surprise, one of the big positive surprise has been Gabriel Jesus for Arsenal. I think that has been very pleasing, especially from an Arsenal perspective. But without question for me, the biggest surprise has been the resurgence of Kepa for Chelsea. I did not see that happening. I did not see Kepa putting on a string of performances as he's done for Graham Potter over recent weeks. I thought his time there was done, and quite honestly, he has been fantastic last few weeks.
What about you, Frank?
Well, I like what the guy said, but I think because people think that may be natural and very easy for him to do so, but we saw so many players, you know, coming to a new club and struggling for a while, even if they've been very successful just before in their former club. And for me, Erling Haaland showed how talented he is. You know, you come to a club, you're very young, your father used to play for it, for the same club, and you have a big pressure, and you come from Dortmund when you showed all your talent, and you confirm, and more than confirming, you show how big you are and how settled you're already, and very quickly. So I'm very impressed with the guy, very impressed, because don't forget he's very young.
All right, that was a nice question.
I was going to say the biggest surprise. If you ask Steve Cooper, the Nottingham Forest manager, what's his biggest surprise, a quarter of the way into the season, he'd say, "I'm surprised I still don't know all the players. They've signed that many."
Can you name them all?
Who's this guy? Hold on. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? He just said, I mean, it's incredible. Huh?
Yeah, unbelievable.
I mean, every time the team comes out, they're playing Liverpool tomorrow. Help. It's changing all the time. It's just like searching for a balance. And anyway, I digress onto Nottingham Forest. Sorry.
It's all right. He's had his goalkeeper tick. You've had your Nottingham Forest tick.
Yeah.
We've had a World Cup mention from Frank, so we're all
Standard.
even.
Standard.
Standard.
Next question.
That's all right, Craig. That's all right. That's all right.
Has anyone ever told Frank he looks like Stefano Pioli, the Milan manager?
Even myself, you know, I say to my wife last time when I watched the game, and I say, look, I'm the coach of Milan now. And yeah, but from far, you know, from far. I'm very much more handsome. Look at that. Yeah,
Who's
but
there?
I'm more style. I'm more style than any Italian guys, you know, in the world. So it's okay.
It's the
I'm
same
fine.
hotel.
I'm not being funny,
No,
but it's
handsome
amazing.
guy
how-
on the left side.
Yeah, very. It's amazing how you kind of generalise with bald people. I mean, you could have thrown Robbo into that as a three thing, and he might have looked like him as well.
It does happen. It happens with if your hair's blonde or brunette. They'll say, "Oh, you look like this person or this person," just depending on what colour.
I think you should go bald. I think you should shave all your hair off just to test
Listen,
that theory.
I've not been funny.
just to prove it.
I've not been funny. Are you? Even
No,
on my
no,
face.
no, Shaka. The union of the bald people refuse and deny Mr. Craig Burley, you know, as a bald guy.
I mean,
we don't want him.
I'm not being funny at the moment. Can you see the rate this is coming in at? Not only here, but up here. I mean, it is.
It's Antonio Conte-esque.
Did you fall out with your hairdresser? Because you said you were going to go and see him last time I saw you.
Did I?
You said, "I need to get to the hairdresser."
Yes, I know. Then I decided that I'm going for the hippie look.
He needs to get to the hair transplanter.
Hey,
That's a happy look.
I think Craig
That's
suits
a happy
this
look. Or hippie.
like when Stevie went a bit overgrown and everyone was supporting him.
No. It's going to be. I'm aiming for a ponytail.
Oh my God.
Serious?
Not like a Zlatan one at the top or a low one.
You couldn't even get that out without laughing.
Not a man bun.
Not one of those little piddly ones up here. I mean, like a full one at the back where like, I'm going to have to get somebody down here. Wrap up and I put it up. And then I'm going to get the beard. I'm going to get the beard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten that a bit. I'm going to shorten that a bit here, and I'm going to grow it down here a bit like ZZ Top. That's the look I'm going for.
Right.
I don't know, it's a bit of a midlife crisis.
Did you ever shave all your hair off?
I've had a number 2.
Right.
Once.
And how did it look?
I thought it looked all right. Unfortunately, my other half didn't. But I had it done because I didn't want to. When I went swimming, when I went swimming in the pool, I was in Arizona at the time. When I went swimming in the pool, I didn't want to get out and have to deal with my flowing locks, so I shaved it off. Number 2. But I wouldn't go any lower than that.
Right.
You know, like, no. But I wouldn't do it now. Past that stage in my life.
Right.
But honestly, I'll be coming in here with a guitar.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I'm not going
But you
to
know,
hear
Kay, it's funny because in France, I recorded, there is a documentary was going to get out in the end of December about the society accepting bald people. And that was very interesting because I was the first French guy to totally shave my head, and because of Gianluca Vialli, who helped me out and in that circumstances. But
Italian.
at the time, you were either a skinhead or you were a Buddhist. That's the only way for you to shave completely your hair. Otherwise, it didn't exist, except Yul Brynner, the actor, and again, the Buddhist or the skinhead. So it wasn't before the end of 90s, and Fabien Barthez and myself and Gianluca Vialli, of course, that people allowed themselves to shave their head.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
knew
a
it would be
very
an Italian. The Italians don't hold
social
on.
discussion that we used to have.
Yeah. When the Italians are losing it, they take it all off. Yeah.
I love how Frank has anointed himself as the vision of shaving the head for other people in France.
You did give credit to Vialli, though, for helping him
That's
out
the
along
case.
the way.
I'm sorry,
But then-
Craig. I know you don't like that, but that's the truth. With Fabien Barthez.
So
You have to
All
admit
right.
it.
Frank and Fabien Barthez were the first men in France to shave their heads.
Yeah, and then Zizou.
Nobody else in
everyone,
France.
yeah.
Nobody else in
Yes.
France. And what's the population in France, Frank? 55 million?
65 at the time, yeah.
Right. 65 million people in France, and only Fabien Barthez and Frankie Lebeouf had shaved their heads.
Yep,
It's amazing,
Trailblazers.
that. I hope they
Trailblazers.
never robbed the bank. It wouldn't be difficult to find, would they?
Any player or manager who was portrayed as being mean or rude but turned out to be really nice when you met him.
Mourinho.
That's only because he was rubbing his belly.
So tell us the story.
I interviewed Mourinho in Montreal, and I mean, for as difficult as he comes across, he was really pleasant. So go up there with the ESPN crew. He comes in, he introduces himself to everybody, shakes everybody's hand. I mean, the entire crew. And he was just really, really nice. Really, really
Well,
well.
he clearly doesn't watch the show then, or hadn't seen it at that point.
Well, I can't speak for that. I'm just saying, for somebody of his stature.
Unless you went in on your hands and knees, grovelling like a big child. Maybe that's why it was.
The producer seems to think that results didn't go Mourinho's way after meeting you.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so maybe you're not his favourite person right now.
Where was he managing at the time?
He was at Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea.
Yeah,
that was kind of happy Mourinho.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, results did go downhill.
Hold on. Mourinho was at Chelsea in 2004.
Mourinho's at Chelsea twice.
Oh, it was the second time?
Yeah.
Twice.
Who for you?
What?
Somebody that you thought was going to be mean or rude, or everybody thinks they're mean or rude, and then you met them and they're actually rather nice.
For Craig to find somebody mean and rude, you gotta be. It takes some doing.
Do you ever get told, oh, you're nicer than I thought you'd be?
Oh, hold on. Craig's all mean and rude.
Tell me something.
Anytime somebody new arrives at ESPN, he is the most pleasant man ever.
I've had that experience.
Or golf Craig?
Yeah.
Craig on a golf course is the nicest. I'm like, who is this man?
Yep.
When your other half arrived here, he was a little bit nervous when he came in.
Nicest man ever.
When
I'm
I
like, hold on a
arrived
minute.
here, he helped, gave me a tour, made me feel welcome.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, before we come on air, a lady comes looking for PD41, one of our other rooms. Craig's running down the hallway. I'll show you where it is. Wait a minute. Like, who is this
He's
man?
just misunderstood.
Oh, he's misunderstood, all right.
I realise I'm just a man of the people. And I'm helpful is my middle name. The only time I ever get annoyed, strangely enough, is on this show. It's amazing. I don't know what drives me to do it.
I'm not sure what that says about to say, Shaka. Frank, what about you?
Well, I wouldn't say mean, but I thought the guy who could be rude and, or take distance with you. And it was Sir Alex Ferguson that I played alongside him at the casino. We were playing blackjack. I didn't recognize him, and I guess he didn't too. I was very tuned in on my game. And suddenly I turned and I saw him and I said, hi. And we talked for like 2 hours. He was the nicest guy ever, very friendly and very, very good with his lovely wife. That was a fantastic time that I spent with him. I never thought the guy would be so friendly. And I really changed my mind about that guy because I heard so many things about players that he was very tough with the guys, and I said, well, he could be rude to me, saying, what are you doing here? Go to bed. But he was very nice, very nice guy.
I met a guy at the vets this morning who was extremely rude, but I don't suppose that matters, does it? Seriously.
Unless he was an ex-footballer.
Well, he might have been. I never got the chance to ask him. But this gentleman was an extremely rude individual.
I'm sure you let that
My
go
dog
by.
barked at him, and he left the building. Swore at my dog. Yeah.
Was this the vet?
It was me when I saw the bill. $140 for a rabies vaccination.
And he's got 3 dogs as well.
I have, yeah.
Shaka, ever thought of running for office?
See, that's how nice a person I am. I take dogs off the street. I honestly, I'll stop my car on the way home from work to help old women across the road, old ladies, everything.
Yeah, honestly.
But anyway, all people say, oh, Burley's nasty on that show. He shouts at people, he gives steak. They don't see the charitable side.
His generosity knows no bounds.
Right? People, they make an assumption what they see on this podcast.
I've heard it
anyway,
all, though.
I digress.
That's his third name, generosity.
Digress. First to the bar, buy a drink. Always. What about when I never went out for the Christmas dinner? This is a true story. I didn't go out for the Christmas dinner a few years ago, and all the boys and girls went for a curry, as they used to do in West Hartford, and I phoned up from home and I paid for it. That's the kind of guy I am.
That's a really nice gesture.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I turned into the Incredible Hulk as soon as I sit in this studio desk.
And he didn't come out with us last time either, did he?
I wasn't invited.
We went out a few months ago. We went out a few months ago.
Was that with our Australian boss?
Yes.
Oh, get out of here. He takes us to spitting sawdust places. He's so tight.
Craig said it, not me or Shaka.
Contract done.
All right, Shaka, ever thought of running for office? I'm sure with your slightly...
He sees this, by the way, Riley.
He will.
Good.
I'm sure...
He'll see my beard, he'll tell me off for not being unshaven. He'll text me next week, our boss's boss, and he'll say, clean yourself up. And then it'll be a...
Two of you kind of resemble,
and then I will have to get the contract out and go through the small print.
you and our boss kind of resemble when you're doing Steve.
A what?
You all resemble.
What one? The one I'm talking about?
Yeah. You all look a lot alike.
I'm better looking.
You definitely don't order the same drinks at the bar, I'll say that as well.
I'm better looking and brighter.
I'm not getting involved in this conversation. I would like a new contract at the end of mine. All right, Shaka,
He's Australian, it's okay.
Shaka, ever thought of running for office? I'm sure with your slightly corrupt ways, you would fit perfectly in the government, either in England or Trinidad and Tobago.
Does that say his slightly corrupt ways? That's not right.
It actually came up the other day that the power rankings were slightly corrupt. But
I watched yesterday's show.
We did find out.
Until the power rankings come on. Then I went, news.
They were baseless claims. They were unfounded.
That's right.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes. They're not corrupt.
No.
No.
I'm baseless.
Yes.
It's the last 10 years. What are you talking about? That's you just working that one out. Baseless claims.
It wasn't it, Shaka?
I'm not contributing to this in any fashion.
Yeah, nor should you.
That's
all right.
harsh.
Who is better? Frank, Bruno or Mount? Bruno Fernandes or Mason Mount?
Oh, God. Bruno Fernandes 2 years ago was absolutely fantastic when he signed for Manchester United and made a difference. But right now, what I see from him is far away from Mount's talent and perspective that I can see for him. So I will go for Mason Mount. On top of it, Bruno Fernandes, when he goes on the floor, I can't stand it for nothing, like 3-4 times a game. I'm fed up with that. So I'll go for Mount, for the behaviour as well.
Well, Mason Mount can't sing, can he?
What's that got to do with it?
Oh, Bruno Mars can.
That's very important in football, yeah.
I've got nothing on you.
I'll get my coat.
Right.
I gotta go as well, you know.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough of the joke. See, that's what happens when you try and turn me into this nice, happy-go-lucky.
We didn't turn you into
lover
it.
of life.
It's the truth, right?
You're the one who said you were that. Nobody tried to turn you into that.
You mean I was talking about myself? Okay. Somebody's got to. All right.
For Frank, who's more
For Frank?
For Frank, who's more likely to start in front for France alongside Benzema and Mbappe, Dembele or Griezmann?
Ooh.
Well, knowing Didier Deschamps and his relationship with Antoine Griezmann and the fact that Griezmann signed a contract with Atletico and is going to play more minutes for them, I will go for Griezmann because Didier Deschamps highly recommend Griezmann, in every club that he would love to play for. Dembele is absolutely fantastic player, but he has no
end product.
I would say that in the level of Deschamps, Dembele has no chance comparing to Griezmann right now.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have to wrap it up there because you've got to go and do some good deeds.
Yep, actually there's a couple of old ladies on the way home waiting for me to come and shepherd them across the road.
Oh, that's so...
Yep.
I was
waiting to see where you're going with that.
In the pouring rain.
He takes a look at the list of the new ESPN employees and says, how can I help them? Let me get there.
Yep.
Super Craig. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll be back again tomorrow to do it all over again.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.